Well, who would have thought it? BT23, back on a yacht. Let's get into it. Welcome to a bit of a day in the life with BT23. I've just finished recording football content for the day and I've been asked to help move a boat from Palma town up the coast to a port called Adriano. So you're going to come with me for that. As you can see out my window today, we have an absolute stunner and it looks really calm out there on the water, which is going to be beautiful. So what we want to try and achieve today is we're going to move the boat from one place to the next, and I'm going to show you exactly my role on board. I'm not going to be captain today. I am just assisting, so I'll be doing all the lines and bits like that. So I'll bring you along for that. What we're also going to do is try and get a bit of fragrance content whilst we're out there. I've got these 3 fragrances. I've promised each brand that I was going to record a little bit for them, so we'll get a bit of the behind the scenes of that. But this is something just a little bit different, you know, to break up all the football stuff as well. Why not? Bit of day in the life. We've got the fragrance, we've got the travel, a little bit of football because I'm in a kit, but we are about to switch out of that and get down to the boat. But look at that blue skies. We've got an absolute stellar day for this. Gonna hop on the bike quick, hence the jumper. Mightn't be too warm for that. The noble steed. Let's get ourselves going, shall we? Yeah, man. We're on board now. There you go, camera, and you can see double hold. This is it, big old beast, 74 foot. It's a sunreef. So, getting this bad boy out today. Tell me hellos, doing me checks and stuff like that. I'll try and set up a camera for doing the lines, I think. But that's our next move. Okay, it's time to bring in the passerelle. You can see, a little bit there. He's gonna throw us our lines in the red. And then we're away. Just sling it across. Yes, onto the other side. Okay, let's get the forward lines off. That one's clear. Yeah. Release the last one, all lines clear, you just got to make sure it's all gone. Sinking, perfect. Now Capitan for the days up there, and away we go. I'll go stand at the aft. Now just give distances at the back then. Clear to swing. Now I think I'm a pro at this. We have a dirty, and away we go. Swing around, oh the clouds are kicking in, which is a bit of a stinker. Next job, get the fenders in so they're not overhanging on the side. That's these little puppies, for anyone wondering. The black buoys or buoys hanging over the side, get them in. Look very unprofessional if you leave them hanging out, guys, just saying. Oh, into the interior, we need a little control, let's go find it. Boom, that's what we're looking for. And this, so that platform, which is over slightly hanging because of our springs. So it needs to go up. And then we need pins. Just lock it in place. That ain't going anywhere. It's the small details, lads. Bear that in mind. Right, away we go. We've got the deck team already on the fenders. I'm not even out there. A couple of girls as well, all doing the fenders. Makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? And this is it. This is us underway. Breezy. Although we're running away from the clouds. Look how moody that looks. But we are heading that way, which looks glorious. It really is like Instagram versus reality, isn't it? Right, I suppose we better get some fragrance content. Plug in the fragrances in this YouTube video. We've got Lengling Wunderwind #9. It's like some green fragrance with like this incredible watermelon lingering in the background, which is epic. So have a little look there, Lengling, unreal fragrance. The second one we have comes from Superz. It's called Tenerife. And this one here is like super sweet, but it's also got like a warm, spicy note as well. So it like really mixes that exotic tropical as well as sort of like a high heat, summery sort of thing. Really nice, really nice. I would recommend. Finally, we have this one from Discotheque, which is super interesting. It's like salty, aquatic slash, I don't know how to say it. It's like where land meets sea type vibes again. But yeah, very salty, aquatic, and it's got like a bit of a charred smell in it as well. It's meant to be like a rave on the beach, but very interesting fragrance. And all 3 of them pretty unique, if I'm being completely honest with you. But yeah, I'm just recording the content for TikTok on my phone. Go follow if you're not already. a beautiful day for it, to be honest, but there's not really much else to do until we get in, so it's just going to be an hour of sort of sitting around, wait till we get into port. I know my cousin's somewhere out here on the water, and he's got a helicopter going to his boat. If we can catch that, that'll be epic. So yeah, stay tuned, we'll see, shall we? What I've just realised as well is that my mic has not been on this entire time, so hopefully the mic quality is a little bit better now. But we're now just passing here El Toro, so we're about 2/3 of the way through this journey. We just got to go around the headland, which is just in front of us, and then we're going to come into port, where again I do hope maybe we see my cousin on his boat and we actually get some fun interaction. We're seeing a helicopter chasing him down the coast. Otherwise, I suppose, cut to us coming into port, doing our checks at the minute to see where my cousin is, and we're using old marine traffic there to source him. We're in that little bay there in the corner, that's where we're going into, and he's way off in the distance. Little thing out there, which means he's sort of lingering somewhere out around there. We're going in there. Unfortunately, I think that means we are not going to see boat being chased by helicopter, which is a real shame. But it is what it is. Maybe the internet's lying, it wouldn't be the first time. But before we get in, we've got to hook up some lines, get them ready to sling across to shoreside. So let me set you guys up here whilst I set up my first line. It, leave a little bit out so we can throw it over to the next geezer. No mass. Yeah, we start on the fenders as well. Splendid. But they don't have to be hanging over the side right now. Just tie them to the length and then bring, like, once they're tied, bring it in. And then just as we're going into the port, we can throw them out. This is our second safety line, this one. It's not exactly a decent safety line, to be honest, but it's what we got. Right, fender it up, and then we're good to go into port. There are the fenders. Grab one and walk it to the back. Well, it's hard to stay balanced, record, and carry a fender. We just stick these to the side. Jesus, I can't seem to walk straight. It's like walking drunk. We pop you down, and let's go again. Nice and simple. Fender goes over. You're gonna line it up, so you loosen it out until it's at the appropriate height. Line goes round, back over on itself, put it on a loop so it's like a quick release sort of thing. And that's it, attached. And then, just because we're not in port yet, I like to bring it in so it doesn't overhang for too long and we look unprofessional. And then just before we go into port, then we fling them all over nice and quick so it looks like a uniform operation. Anyway, we've got about 8 more of those to do, so I'm going to crack on with that real quick. Let's take a little look so you can see down the side. I've just left them hanging out like that. However, we are now coming into port, so now is the time to fling them all over the side. You gotta make sure that when you throw them over, don't come undone. Hanging, perfect. Next. Oop. Yeet. Just gotta yeet them over. Yeet. Look at that. Uniform. Oh, there's one more hanging at the back. Once we've done that, we just linger until we find our berth. Some big boats in here, though, I'll tell you. An eye out, shall we? Hello. Going out there. Right, we've got to find our berth. 72, I think it is. 72? You say 77? 72. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere behind that sailing boat there. Might be up against the white one over here, the motorboat. His Marinera is normally a dead giveaway. Geezer in his orange boat, and he's got off the ground line. You don't have to get our hands dirty. They can just literally hand it up to us here on the forward. I think I'm going to be doing the aft lines. Look how beautiful that water looks. Unbelievable, Jeff. Right, spin it round. We're docking it in here somewhere. I'm going to be on the aft lines. I'm going to throw that one in over to big man on the dock. Tie off, leave it in kick forward, then we'll get the forward lines on. Bob's your uncle. Right, back to camera on the table cam. Coil it up into a lasso type thing that we can sling across. About 5 meters. 3. Should be able to sling this across. Easy, you can have that. I missed. It got wet, but that's all right, we're back in. You can tell him to go back just a little bit. Okay, tell him he can go forward again. Cool, half one's on. Go meet the marinara, he's gonna give us the forward lines. Solo uno, dos, see. My extending, the extending rod, it just kept extending out. All right, 2, so he's gonna go get the other one, I believe. It's a workout in itself, this. That's why I don't do yachting anymore. Gonna hand us that one, pull it through, tie it off there. Bob's your uncle. Gotta be careful, my gammy back. Might have to crank it in a bit, but might also be making it tighter on the aft line, so that's it. 4 lines on. Easy, first time. It's just an awfully long bowline with a very short tail. Listen, they're not all 10s, lads. They're not all 10s. But then you can pull that in, as long as it does a job. I ain't complaining. Show us how it's done, Brad. Ambidextrous. Don't know about that, but you can use both hands. Oh, that might be. Oh, all right. Get that off. Cool. Yep. And done. Easy. That's what they say. Or at least acting like it. And just like that, we're done. 4 lines on. Well, I think we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we've got like 8 lines on. Some would say overkill, but it does get windy up here, to be fair. Over behind us here, my cousin's car, he's gonna be fuming, he's just missed us in the old blue car, and I'm pretty sure he is meant to be berthed here. I don't know if I'm gonna be knocking about long enough to see him, but he's got a pretty cool boat. Maybe I'll just put a screenshot in of his boat if we don't see it in this video. But that's pretty much us signing off, I think. Time to have a beer to celebrate and see what else there is to do. And she is docked up. Too easy. Job's a good one. Time to go get lunch.